Hi, welcome to this video series on how to create smart contracts to mint NFTs on Polygon Blockchain. My name is Ayuba Ojonegwamazu, and I'm a software developer and a blockchain engineer, stroke developer from Africa, Nigeria in Africa. And in this video tutorial here, I'm going to teach you how to create and deploy NFT smart contracts on the Polygon blockchain. So NFT is actually a very big word in the blockchain and crypto industry as of the time of shooting this video. And a lot of people wonder what NFTs are, and they do a lot of research on what's NFTs, why are NFTs so important, and why it's all this happening, like blockchain, NFTs, and all that. And if you have been following crypto news and you are being abreast with the latest technologies, you also get to hear about metaverse. And the truth is, NFTs are going to play a very important role in the future of metaverse. So it's very crucial and key to understand why NFTs are so important and why and how they're going to play a crucial role in metaverse. So NFTs, non-fungible tokens, are kind of tokens that are unique in its representation. For example, uh, a representation of a game. If you're playing a particular card game, each card is unique. It has its own value, and it's unique. So NFTs are just unique tokens. Each unit of the token is unique. Unlike the fungible tokens like ERC20 tokens, where uh, each token has the same value as the other token. NFTs are different. Each token is unique in its value and representation, and people can decide to give value to each token based on market prices and other market forces and trends alike. For example, a piece of an art can be digitized into an NFT rather, and you will have two pieces of an art that's were digitized as NFTs, and they all have different values based on how people value them. And like I said, these are going to play a very important role in metaverse, especially owning digital assets in the metaverse ecosystem. Okay, enough of that. Let's go into session one on this video series, how to create smart contracts to mint NFTs on the Polygon blockchain. And why we choose Polygon blockchain is because of costs. Deploying contracts on the Polygon blockchain is way more cheaper than deploying on the Ethereum blockchain. So that's one of the things that made Polygon to be so much important. So in session one here, we're going to be installing the necessary tools, which include installing Metamask, setting up the Polygon network on Metamask, and setting up the Remix IDE for we to be able to write our NFT smart contract. So to do that, let's quickly go to our browser. For this tutorial, I'm going to use Microsoft Edge browser. So I'm going to show you how we can do that. So for MetaMask, you go to https metamask.io, and let's get to see and know what MetaMask is all about. Now, MetaMask is a crypto wallet and gateway to blockchain applications. What it means is if you want to interact with blockchain decentralized application, MetaMask is like your gateway to the blockchain applications. And it's also a wallet where you can store value, crypto assets such as NFTs that we're going to create. We're going to store that in MetaMask. So if you come to the website here, what is MetaMask, you can see a video of it, and then you can watch the video to see what MetaMask is. Now, your key to blockchain application, MetaMask provides an essential utility for blockchain newcomers, token traders, crypto gamers, and developers. Over 1 million download and still counting. So Metamask is one of the biggest tools that every blockchain developer ought to have and ought to use. So we're going to download Metamask as a crypto wallet, and then we're going to be able to store our NFTs that we're going to create in this tutorial into Metamask. So make sure you're using either Google Chrome, Microsoft Edge, Firefox, or the Brave browsers, because this for now these are the browsers that I think that's supported by Metamask. So we can get to see that. Scroll down somewhere. Okay, let's click on download first. Probably that's the page that will display that. So we are going to install Metamask for. So these are the browsers that are supported actually: Chrome, Firefox, Brave, and Edge. So we're gonna install Metamask. So let's click install Metamask for Chrome. This is in Chrome. This is a Brave browser. This is a Edge, Microsoft Edge. So go to supported browser and just choose your supported browser. I'm using Microsoft Edge, so I'm gonna click on that. So I wait for this to come up so that I can add this Metamask as an add-on to my browser. Okay, so let's scroll down. So where's the button to get the Metamask? I believe it should be this button, get, right? So let's click on that and see. So it's checking the compatibility with my browser. So I'm gonna add this as an extension. Click on add as an extension. So this will download and add into the Microsoft Edge browser. Okay, we'll wait a little. This will just only take a minute. Okay, well, let me turn this on. Okay, let me turn it off. Don't need it for now. Okay, so Metamask is here. You can click on this little icon here, this little fox icon, and that will open up Metamask. So we're gonna sign in to Metamask. Click on that. I'm just waiting for it to pop up or open in a new tab, just like how it's opening right now in my own browser. Okay, so you can see welcome to Metamask, connecting your Ethereum and the decentralized web. We're happy to see you. That's good. So if you have an existing wallet, you can click here to import an existing wallet. But for this tutorial, we're creating a new wallet. So I click on create a new wallet, and you got to do a whole lot of things how to improve MetaMask. So let's just agree and continue. So I'm gonna create a password. password. I have read and agreed to terms of use, so I click on create. And the password is just for me to be able to connect to the Metamask that is on my browser. Now, Metamask also have what we call seed phrase, which is the secret keys that you can use to that you should use to save or protect your uh, assets in the wallet. So we're gonna click your secret phrase, recovery phrase, make it easy to back up and restore your account. So you should never disclose this to anyone else that shouldn't be disclosed to. So click on it. Here is it, and then just copy this because we will be needing it later. So I click on this. So now you're saying it says please select each phrase in order to make sure it's correct. So what I copied, I can put it in Notepad. And then let's see how we have it. So the first one is carry, sweet, object equal gadgets, object equal gadget. These are just all security measures. So moon memory subject motto, moon memory subject motto, style remove rubber. So style remove rubber. So click on confirm. And all done. Just click on that. So we have our Metamask installed with Ethereum mainnet, which we don't have any Ether now on it. So now what we want to do is we want to create another network for Polygon. So we need to add Polygon network to our Metamask. Now to do that, it's easy. Sorry, open that in the browser. Okay, so I'm going to click add network here. After, just click on this arrow that shows it's here on mainnet. So you click add network. So we're going to add a new network. Again, we call it Polygon test. So new RPC URL for Polygon network. I've done this before, so I'm going to copy it from my other Metamask account. So here's your new RPC URL. So we want to add the testnet of Polygon, not the mainnet, because we'll need some testnet faucet ether from Polygon to be able to use to pay for gas and all that. So chain ID, we'll pick the chain ID, which is 8001. So we add that here. The currency symbol, we're going to use Matic. Actually, currency symbol. Then this will be a blockchain explorer, where we can be able to view our transactions and all that. So I'm gonna click save. Good, and then I have Polygon Matic network installed on my Metamask. So you can see we have Polygon testnet, and then we have the Ethereum mainnet. Now I'll need tokens. I'll need some Matic tokens, so Polygon tokens, to be able to pay for gas. So I think I go to faucet. That's Polygon, if I'm correct. Technology. I guess I'm correct. Check that. So we get some testnet ether that we can use to pay for gas and all that. Okay, good. So I need the Matic tokens. All I just need to do is paste my wallet address here and I get some token transferred to me. So I'm gonna click here to copy my wallet address. Click paste that here, and then I click submit. So we can watch how I will be awarded some testnet. So make sure you select this network Mumbai, because we're getting the Mumbai testnet network, testnet faucet ether rather. Okay, confirm the following details here, sure. So click confirm and then request submitted. So it might take 1 to 2 minutes for us to get our tokens transferred into our newly created Polygon wallets on Metamask. So we can just wait a little to see that. Now, while we're on that, we need to quickly set up Remix IDE. So this is where we will be doing our programming. So just go to remix.ethereum.org. So that's the URL you need to go. So the Remix IDE is an integrated development environment that we can quickly use to create smart contracts. It has an IntelliSense that shows us uh, tips and errors if we're having errors, typo errors basically on our smart contract. So we use the Remix to write Solidity codes basically. So we're about setting that up now. So you go to the site remix.ethereum.org, and then depending on how fast and smooth your internet is, this might come up very fast. So meanwhile, let's look at our accounts, and we haven't received the Matic tokens yet. Sometimes you can just switch between networks to update this. Okay, good. So we've received 0.5 Matic Ether. You can see that in our asset here, and we can use this to pay for gas. So if you go to remix.ethereum.org, this will open this. Just click show. Okay, so this is welcoming you and it's giving you tips and how to use Remix IDE. Just gonna close here. So on this left hand side here, you can see we have the explorers where we can write our contracts and all that. So just leave everything as it is on the default, and here is where under this contracts folder is where we're going to put our NFT smart contracts. So the example of smart contracts are already here, like storage.sol. You can click on that to get to see the smart contract. So each smart contract must start with these statements: program solidity, and you can write the smart contract. So this is a sample smart contract that is on that is created on the Remix IDE. So we're going to create our own smart contracts too from this folder. So we'll do that in the next video. Thank you for watching. Hi, welcome to session 2 on this video series on how to create smart contracts to meet NFTs on the Polygon blockchain. My name is Ayuba Ochanogbomo-Azu, and in session 2 here, we're going to be writing our NFT contract, which is going to be a very simple contract just to mint our NFT tokens. So we won't go into all the details like bonding tokens and all that. We will just concentrate on minting NFT tokens, and we're going to name the contract a game token, which will represent a unit of each game. So it's just like we have different game console, and each game console will have different value and then will be unique. So we're just going to call it a game NFT, and it will have different value and it will be represented differently. So to do that, we need to install a library called openZeppelin, which will make this smart contract much more easier for us. So let's get to see what openZeppelin is. So we go back to our browser, and then we can go to openzeppelin.com. Yeah, I think so. I think it should be .com. So this should open Zeppelin, and it's a standard. Okay, so you can see a lot of things about openZeppelin here. And openZeppelin provides security products to build, automate, and operate decentralized application, and we also protect leading organizations by performing security audits on their systems. So basically, openZeppelin it's a library that you can use to quickly create your smart contract instead of creating smart contracts from scratch. So they have different libraries that they have built that can make your programming life as a blockchain developer much more easier. So the challenges of building decentralized applications are this: security, developers experience, operations. So an openZeppelin is helping out in these areas. Now, if you go to products, here we have the contracts, which is what we're going to focus on, and Defender, a platform to automate smart contract operations. So you can click on contracts here. So openZeppelin contracts help you minimize risk by using battle-tested libraries of smart contracts for Ethereum and other blockchains. It includes the most used implementations of ERC standards. Now, another thing you need to know is the second name for NFT tokens are called ERC721 tokens. So we that's another name for NFTs. So we're going to look at the ERC721 standard of openZeppelin, and we're going to use that to build our own smart contract. So you click on this button, get started, and then that will take you to this URL, docs.openzeppelin.com. And so we can see the contract here: a library for secure smart contract development built on a solid foundations of community vetted codes. So people actually come online to look at the openZeppelin codes, and they try to make improvements. So we have ERC20 and ERC721 standards, and ERC721 represents NFT tokens. So well, we won't go into all these installations and all that because we are using openZeppelin on um, on Remix IDE. So they have a very simple smart contract here that we are going to use, and name it my NFT. Well, it inherited from this contract, ERC721. So let's click on this button, this link rather, ERC721, to see the core features of ERC721 and the standards that NFT contracts must follow. So let's just read here a little about ERC721. We have discussed how you can make fungible tokens, of course, using ERC20. But what if not all tokens are alike? This comes up in institutions like real estate or collectibles, where some items are valued more than others due to their usefulness, rarity, etc. So ERC721 is a standard for representing ownerships of non-fungible tokens, that is, where each token is unique. So, like I said, each NFT is unique. Now, ERC721 is more complex than ERC20, of course, and so okay, we'll use ERC721 to track items in our game, which which will each have their own unique attributes. Whenever one is to be awarded to a player, it will be minted and sent to them. Players are free to keep their tokens or trade with other players as they deem fit, as they would any other assets on the blockchain. So what we are creating is something similar to this. So they have this contract, which is similar to what we're creating, a game contract where um, each NFTs are minted and awarded to players. So I think we can use this, and then we can call this function award item, and of course this minting will take place. Okay, but before doing that, I want to show you ERC721. Actually wanted to show you the attributes that ERC721 has. Where can I get that from? Okay, I think if I go to API, ERC721, just open this in a new tab. Okay, so good. So we have different set of interfaces and contracts that are ERC-721 related. For example, we have possible, bondable, storage, and all that. So you can read all this on this page, and this is the core implementation of ERC-721. We must first of all know have these following functions. First of all, we need to know the balance of the address. For each address, we can just put in an address as a parameter and know the balance of the token, NFT token the address is owing. We need to know the owner of by now. What makes ERC-721 unique is the token ID. That's what makes it different from other tokens. This token ID makes each token in the smart contracts unique. So then we'll have save, transfer from, approve, get approved, and all that. So these are the core functions, events, and that an NFT smart contract must have. These events, transfer, approval, approval for all, and it must have these following functions. So no matter how you want to create your NFTs, it must have these functions as its core. At its core. So we're gonna copy these tokens here, ERC-721. We're gonna copy that game token. We're going to copy this game token, and then we are going to use it. So I'm just copy all this, and then I go to my Metamask here. I'll go to contracts. Just make sure you're on this folder contracts. So I create a new file. So I call it game NFT.sol. So .sol means .solidity. That's the extension for solidity. So I'm gonna paste this, and here's the contract. It's a game item contract which inherits from ERC-721 and ERC-721 storage. I'm not going to go deeply into this, as this tutorial is focusing on deploying this smart contract onto the Polygon blockchain. So for Remix IDE, here is where we have our compiler. So if we choose to compile this NFT.SQL contracts, we are going to have some errors. So let's just wait and see the errors first before I proceed. So good. So you can see we have some errors here, and it's talking about overriding some functions and all that. So basically, it's because we are not doing these import statements properly. So okay, the import statement is done. Automatically, you see we clicked on compile, and Remix IDE went and quickly imported all these smart contracts into our Remix IDE. So you can see, you can click on these and you can scroll down to each of these. For example, if you want to see ERC-721.SOL contracts, we go to contracts. Under contracts, we go to token, and then under token, we go to ERC-721, and here is the smart contract for ERC-721. So you can see it follows the attributes that we said. But now let's go back to see the reason why we're having this error. So it's saying derived contract must override the bond function for our game NFT.SOL. So we can change this. First of all, let's just change this from game item to game NFT. And then let's change this to game NFT. let's say GN NFT should be the symbol for this game. So this contract is talking about overriding the bond function. Okay, and this will require us to start. This will require us to start compiling and debugging the smart contract. Let's go back to openZeppelin. Let's look for another smart contract, NFT contract, which will be easy for us to use. Just click on overview contracts. Good. We'll click on the overview contract, and this is a very simple contract that should work. So we'll just copy this. Go back to your remix. Just remove this contract and paste it with these. And then let's go to the compiler tab. And then let's change this to game NFT. And then we'll maintain game NFT. We will name this GNFT. So let's compile this and see. Let's just wait for it to compile successfully, hopefully. Good, so this compiles it successfully, hopefully. And what this means is, well, deploying a smart contract, a very simple smart contract that is inheriting from the ERC-721 core standards, which means our smart contract has all these functions already uh, defined. So we're inheriting from that. I guess you can read all about that here. So we're inheriting from that, and our NFT is called game NFT with this symbol. So what this means is for each NFT now we can transfer NFT from one person to another. Once we deploy these smart contracts, we are going to have these NFTs, and we're going to be able to send this NFT rather to another address. So if you click on ERC-721, this is the contract that we were originally inheriting from. You can see this is the constructor. It has a name and symbol, which is this name symbol, and then we have other functions like balance of, owner of, token ID, and all that. So you scroll down, contract has a lot of functions. So you can read about all the functions here. So like I said, the token URI is unique for each NFT that we're going to create. So that is that about our very simple smart contracts to be able to okay, now I want to create a function to be able to mint NFTs. So what I'm going to do is we are going to borrow from the other smart contracts. So let's go to ERC721, click on this link here. Because we want to be able to mint NFTs. So let me just quickly copy this function and then modify it. So I'll copy this function. So I can name these mint NFT or mint game. The game is the NFT. So we say we're minting to address. Okay, yeah, because the player address still the same thing. I don't want to work with token URI for now, just to reduce complexity. So I will remove that, which means I won't be needing this line of code. And then now the new ID, we have to look for a way to set the new ID, because like I told you, each token has to be unique. So okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Just to quickly do some programming here. So I'm gonna copy this. Before the constructor, we create a new item ID. Let's keep it 0. And then each time this mint game is each time we click on that function mint game, we can add a +1. Just want to find a way to increment these this item ID. So each time we mint a new game, we're gonna have a new token ID. So I just want to inherit some of these classes because of the errors we're having. So I'm going to delete this line too. So okay, let's put this in the constructor. Let's set it in the constructor. First, we will say new item ID. New item ID should be 0. So once we initialize the smart contract, this NFT, the item ID, which is the token ID, is 0, and then each time we click mint game, we add 1 to the item ID. We increment the item ID, and then we mint it to the address that is calling this mint game, or we mint it to the address that will provide the player address. So let's compile this smart contract. Okay, something is expected. integer 256. Okay, why am I getting this error? You can also actually set yours to auto compile to be able to automatically compile this. Let me remove this plus sign and see. Okay, sorry, I don't need this. Rather, I don't need this too. I need to declare that again. So automatically adding one to. So I believe this should compile successfully now. Good, so this compiles successfully. In the next video, we're going to compile, deploy, and see how this our NFT is going to work. So thank you for watching. Hi, welcome to session 3 on this video series on how to create smart contracts to mint NFTs on the Polygon blockchain network. My name is Ayuba Azu, and in session 3 here we'll be deploying our NFT smart contracts to the Polygon network. First of all, we'll compile our smart contract and then we will deploy it to the Polygon chain that we created on our Metamask. So if you go back to your Remix IDE and make sure you click on this compile button so that your compilation will start and the NFT will be compiled. So once the compilation is successful, then we will be able to deploy this smart contract. So we created an NFT called game NFT with this symbol GNFT, and then we have this function that we created called mint game, and we mint game to each player. So we mint a unique NFT to each player, and we do that by providing the address of the player, the Ethereum address of the player. So now once compilation is successful, you can click on this tab here to be able to deploy our smart contract. Now let's test what we have done by deploying it to this environment first, JavaScript VM London. So you can come to contracts and then you can see these are the different contracts that we actually inherited, So let's just go to the last one, game NFT, which is the contract we're using, and then just click on deploy. We're not deploying to the Polygon chain yet. We just want to test what we did. So we have deployed it to that network, JavaScript VM London, which is inbuilt with the Remix IDE. And then an address has been created for us for this contract. You can click on this small arrow button here to see the different functions and what we have done. So if you click on name here, you're going to see the name of the NFT, which is game NFT, and the symbol is GNFT. So now just to test this function that we created, you can click on mint game. But for us to mint game now, we have to mint it to a player, right? So let's select an address. Select this address, just copy this address, this account. Then you scroll down. So you paste that here. And then you click mint game. So this has minted successfully. And if we go down here, the token ID of that NFT is 1, because according to our programming here, we add 1 to each token ID. So if you put 1 here under this function owner of, click owner of, you can see, so it means NFT with number 1 is owned by this address that ends with CB2. Now if you put 2 here, actually you can see it's throwing an error, non-existent token. So probably this is one of the errors that the error message that it's in the contract. So now let's have another address. Let's say this. We copy that, and then we mint NFT. So we mint game because it has been minted. So if you put 2 here and you click owner off, so you can see the owner is changed. This address 2db is the owner of the NFT with number 2, and if you put 1, you can see it's CB2. So now we can be able to transfer our NFTs from one address to another. So let's say this CB2, the owner of this address, wants to transfer. So we're transferring from that address, and then let's say to a third address. Let's select the third account. We want to transfer that NFT with token ID 1. Transferring from this first account to the third account, and of course the first account owns this token ID 1. So you click on transact. Okay, it's saying something. ERC7 transfer caller is not owner nor approved. But the first address owns token ID 1, right? Okay. Did I copy the correct token ID? Let me click on this. The first account, yes, click on that. Trying to follow the rules of this smart contract. Okay, I guess we have to look at the get approved. Okay, let me put token ID 1 from the first account. And then let me try this transfer again and see. Okay, anyway, we will come to these, but for here now we are trying to deploy our NFT to the Polygon blockchain. So to do that, it's easy. Before we test all this, so you go to injected web3, and then this will pop up Metamask. So and then you have to authorize and sign into your Metamask. Good, so we should be able to connect first. Authorize the connection. So we're connecting to this account on Metamask. So let's click on connect. Now, I believe our Metamask is already on the Polygon blockchain, because I can see it being displayed on the Remix IDE. Okay, so good. So switch back to Polygon testnet network that we have here, and then it's time for us now to deploy our NFT to this Polygon blockchain. So we can So make sure it's game nft.sol, and make sure this is on injected web3, and you can see it's automatically shows us the balance of our Matic Ether and then the address of our accounts. Um so we can click on deploy. So this will also pop up Metamask. So you click on confirm, and that is that. So it's good. So this transaction has been confirmed and it's been deployed to the Polygon Matic network. So you can scroll down here by clicking on this arrow. We're gonna have the same functions that we had for our NFTs. We can check the name, game NFT, we can check the symbol and all that. Now you can view these on the Polygon scan. So you click on Metamask again. You can see we've paid for some gas, and you can see the contract deployment. So if you click on this, you click on this small arrow here, and then this will open up this URL, mumbai.polygonscan.com, and we can see the details of our smart contracts and everything about it. So good. So you can see 55 seconds ago we created smart contracts. So, and here's the gas fee that we paid and all that, so you can get to view the details of these smart contracts. So okay, all right, so we have created an NFT, and then we can view our smart contracts on the Polyscan website. So okay, let's pause this video here and then let's continue in the next video. Thank you for watching. Hi, welcome to session 4 on this video series on how to create smart contracts to mint NFTs on the Polygon blockchain. My name is Ayuba Ojanewamo. And in session 4 here, we are going to be interacting with the NFT that we created in session 3. And basically, we're going to display the NFTs on our Metamask, and then we're going to send that NFT that we created from one user to another. So if you can recall, in the last session, we deployed the NFT to the Polygon blockchain, in which I showed you that the environment here has to be injected Web3, and make sure that your Metamask is connected to the Polygon network. But then I realized that in transferring, because I tested this on the JavaScript VM environment, I realized that in transferring from one address to another, we run into a problem. We run into this error saying transfer caller is not owner nor approved. That's because the way this contract is written, we have to like approve an owner to spend that particular NFT or to send it. So what she's going to do a workaround is just to comment out this line 156 of this function transfer from. So you just comment out this line just the way I did here. So we're going to redeploy this smart contract again to the Polygon network and then get a new contract address. So I'm going to go here and select injected web3, and of course I'm on the Polygon network on my Metamask, like I said. So and we're going to see the of course, the number of ether I have here, which is 0.49. So make sure that you select the game.sol, and then we're going to redeploy this smart contract. So I'll click on deploy. And then this should pop off Metamask. Good. So this should pop up Metamask. Just wait for this Metamask to pop up. Okay, so this is a contract deployment. So I'm going to click confirm. Okay, so let's just wait for confirmation. I guess that hasn't confirmed. Let's see that the Ethereum address has been created. So let me close this because we don't need these again. That's a previous address. So the new address, you can copy it from here, or you can watch it on the Polygon Explorer, testnet Explorer of Polygon. So you can still click on Metamask to open it up. And then so this is the contract. So click on that, click on the small arrow here, and then we watch a transaction on the mumbai.polygonscan.com. So now what we just did now, we just deployed the NFT, but we haven't minted any NFT yet. So now we're going to mint an NFT to a particular address, which we in this case will assume is a player of this game. So we're going to mint an NFT to his address, and then the player can now transfer that NFT from his address to another player's address. So that's just basically the idea of this whole smart contract we're creating. I guess my network is a bit slow, I can say. It's taking out time to load all this. Okay, this is taking too long. Just click to refresh this. Probably this should have opened in your own site. I don't know why this is taking time. Check the website itself. Anyway, while this is opening up, we can quickly mint NFT to this address, which is our Metamask address. So I guess this should be from the Polygon's end. Try another website and see. Let's see if we can check Google. google.com is coming up. Anyway, like I said, why this is going on, we can mint NFTs, but I just want this to come up so that I can show you something. Okay, good. So this is it. Oh, that's yesterday's the last transaction. So let me copy this address. Of course, this new address, I can copy it from here. And I can search for the address here. The website is a bit slow today. Anyway, we want to mint NFTs to this new address that we've copied here. So I'll copy this address, which of course is my Ethereum address, my Matic address. So I'm gonna mint game to this player. This will also pop up Metamask. So we're gonna mint a unique NFT to that address, to that player. So you can see transact game NFT.mint game pending. So we're calling that function to mint. Just that the network is a bit slow. So we wait for Metamask to pop up so that we can mint that NFT to this address. Okay, so you can see that. So we want to mint one NFT to this address. So I'm just gonna click on confirm. So we'll wait for that NFT to be minted to that address. And okay, so you can see we have This is the smart contract and all that. So the contract itself has a 0 matic as a balance. So now so this transaction has been confirmed. That means NFT has been minted to that address. So what we're going to do now, we copy the smart contract address here, and then we go to our Metamask, so that we want to see the game NFT we've created. We want to see it in the address, in the contract address. We want to see it rather in the wallet address, not contract address. So we'll go to assets, and then we go to import tokens, and then we paste the smart contract address here, and you can see the token symbol GNFT. So the token decimal, it's supposed to be 18 actually. Didn't know why that did display. So add custom token. Okay, let me go back, change the decimal to be 1. Sorry, since we're talking about NFT now. Okay, all 0. It's NFT, right? It's unique, so good. So we have 1 GNFT. So we'll click on import tokens. So now we have this NFT in our account now. So we have 1 NFT in this account. Now we can be able to transfer this NFT from this account to another account. So let's create another second account. You can do that by clicking here. So create another account. We'll call it account 2. You just click on create. Make sure you're still on the Polygon testnet network. So wait for that second account to get created. Good. This account has 0 matic, and if we import tokens again by putting the contract address here, you will see that the account has 0. It has 0 GNFT. So this account has 0 GNFT, the second account. So now we want to transfer the NFTs from the first account to the second account. So we go to our first account here, and then this is it. So you click on this GNFT. Now we want to transfer it to the second account. I guess this network is misbehaving. Okay, well, I guess the smart contract, maybe probably I have to look at the smart contract again that we inherited. Maybe there are reasons why we shouldn't be able to send this NFT from one account to the other. But as it is, this is how we create and mint NFTs on the Polygon blockchain, which is the goal of this tutorial actually, to show you how you can deploy contracts to the Polygon blockchain, especially NFT contracts. So this brings us to the end of this tutorial, and if you have any questions, you can reach out to me on the education ecosystem, and I will be glad to help out. So thank you for watching. Bye.